Inside every AI data center on the planet, there's a bottleneck almost nobody has heard of. It isn't the processor, it isn't the memory, it's the copper wire connecting one chip to another. Those wires are approaching the physical limits of copper itself. Just as AI is demanding more data, more bandwidth, and more power than ever before. A small, little-known company thinks it has the fix, and it doesn't involve a faster chip at all. It involves getting rid of the wire completely. A modern AI training cluster isn't one giant supercomputer. It's thousands of GPUs constantly exchanging data with each other. That communication leaves each chip through high-speed electrical connections around its edge. And the edge of a chip only has so much physical space. Engineers call this the shoreline problem. No matter how fast the chip gets on the inside, there's only so much perimeter available to carry data out. Even the connections that do fit have a hard ceiling on how much data they can carry. Pushing more data through copper means higher frequencies, and at higher frequencies, electrical signals lose more energy the farther and faster the signal travels. So the harder you push, the more energy bleeds off as heat before the signal even arrives. In massive AI clusters, that means extremely expensive GPUs sitting idle, waiting on data from a neighboring chip, like buying a race car and leaving it stuck in traffic. For years, the industry treated this as background noise. Then the models got too big to ignore it any longer. The story behind the fix doesn't start in the Silicon Valley garage. It starts inside a US military research agency, 2 decades before anyone outside a lab had heard of large language models. In the mid-2000s, DARPA quietly funded a 10-year, $20 million project called POEM, Photonically Optimized Embedded Microprocessors. The mission: get a computer chip to communicate using light instead of electricity. Researchers from MIT, UC Berkeley, and the University of Colorado Boulder spent years chasing that goal. In 2015, they built something nobody had built before, a processor just 6 millimeters across, combining 70 million transistors with 850 optical components. The first general-purpose processor to integrate photonic communication while maintaining comparable computing performance. The only difference was invisible. Its data left as pulses of light. That result convinced the researchers, and one MIT business student who'd found their lab while researching clean energy, that this couldn't stay a government research paper. It had to become a company. That company is Ayar Labs, founded in 2015 by Mark Wade, Chen Sun, Vladimir Stojanovic, Rajiv Ram, Milos Popovich, and Alex Wright Gladstein, the same team behind the 2015 breakthrough. It set out to turn a decade of defense-funded research into hardware data centers could actually buy. Its core product is TeraPHY, a chiplet that converts electrical signals into light and back again, working alongside SuperNova, an external light source generating up to 16 wavelengths of laser light at once. The idea is elegant. Instead of every bit needing its own dedicated copper wire, multiple wavelengths of light travel down the same tiny optical waveguide etched into silicon, each color carrying its own data channel simultaneously without interference. The latest TeraPHY delivers 8 terabits per second of bidirectional bandwidth and is among the first optical chiplets announced as UCIe compliant, meaning it can, in principle, connect to chiplets from other manufacturers too. An electrical signal in copper loses more energy the farther and faster it travels. That's a big reason AI data centers burn through so much of their power budget just moving data between chips before any computation even happens. Optical links suffer far lower loss over these distances than high-speed electrical links. An optical signal can travel through a silicon waveguide or down a fiber, losing far less energy along the way, connecting chips millimeters apart inside the same package or up to 2 kilometers away using essentially the same hardware. Picture it this way: sending data down copper is like shouting a message down a long hallway, hoping it's still audible by the time it lands. The farther the hallway, the more you have to shout. Sending data as light is closer to shining 16 different colored flashlights down that same hallway at once, each carrying its own message, arriving with far less signal degradation, because light doesn't suffer electrical resistance the way current flowing through copper does. Ayar Labs' own published figures put the gap at up to 5 times higher bandwidth, up to 10 times lower latency, and 4 to 8 times better power efficiency versus traditional electrical interconnects, numbers worth treating as a vendor's best case rather than an audited benchmark, though the direction lines up with why the rest of the industry is chasing the same idea. If those numbers hold up outside a spec sheet, GPUs confined today to the same server or rack could start making distributed GPU clusters behave much more like a single, tightly connected accelerator, whether a meter apart or a kilometer apart. A startup founded by academics, spun out of a defense research project, would normally take decades, if ever, to catch the industry's attention. Ayar Labs didn't follow that script. The company has drawn investment from Nvidia, AMD, Intel Capital, Global Foundries, Lockheed Martin, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, and most recently, MediaTek. In March 2026, it closed a $500 million Series E, pushing total funding past $870 million and its valuation to $3.75 billion, a sizable jump from its unicorn round barely a year earlier. That money has a specific job: scaling high-volume production, expanding testing, and opening an office in Hsinchu, Taiwan, the heart of global chip manufacturing. The company has also partnered with Taiwanese ASIC firms Alchip Technologies and GUC, both close to TSMC. Mark Wade, one of the original 2015 researchers and now CEO, puts the logic plainly. Optical interconnects are what's needed to solve the power density problems holding back AI infrastructure at scale. Ayar Labs isn't alone in betting on light. Light matter, celestial AI, and others are chasing the same problem, each with a different approach, but it's one of the furthest along in turning a decades-old defense research idea into something manufacturable at industrial scale, using processes that already exist. Whether this particular company wins that race is still an open question. Funding and lab demonstrations aren't the same as every data center on Earth quietly ripping out copper for glass, but the underlying shift looks less like a gamble and more like an inevitability. At some point, electricity runs out of road, the same way silicon eventually will. 20 years ago, this idea lived inside a classified-sounding research project funded by the Pentagon, understood by a handful of people in a handful of labs. Today, it's beginning to enter the data centers, training the next generation of artificial intelligence. And the question is no longer whether future AI systems will move information using light. It's simply a matter of how soon.